Hey everybody. Um, I want to talk about haunted houses. Actually, I have a friend online that had took some pictures of a haunted house. I mean, at Halloween time, and Pebbles, and talked about how much she likes haunted houses. And that made me think of two stories of my own that I could tell. The first one, I was a teenager, and me and my cousin Mike uh, went to a haunted house, and I think it was in Pulaski. And so he picked me up, and we went to this haunted house, and I stayed behind him. I was hanging on to him, and I stayed behind him. We got through this, up the steps, and things jumping out at you and scaring you and stuff, and back down the steps and then back out. You know how it works. And so it was a lot of fun. And then when we got out, we was, how you talk about things that you like the best and things that scared you and everything in there, And I started talking. I said, I'd made the remark about the mouse. And he said, huh? I said, the mouse. I said, when you go in front of the casket, when the vampire jumped out, I said, and when he was going out the door, he stepped on that mouse. I said, it felt so real and it sounded real too. I said, that was scary. It felt real. It sounded real. He was like, what mouse? And then I thought, you didn't step on it? And he said no. And then I started talking to a lot of other people that had gone through the haunted house, and they hadn't stepped on it either. So I must have really stepped on a mouse. And that's scarier than anything. But anyway, another haunted house I went to one time, Mike, again, I didn't go with him, but he fixed me up on a blind date with this guy named Dwayne. And so the guy really was not my type, but you're young, so I went with him, and, I went out with him, and we went to the fair. And we rode some rides, and he was a pleasant enough guy, and then he was going to take me through, called the Scary House. Same thing, haunted house, whatever. And so we get in this seat, and, in this haunted house, you sit in it, and it just, ride it through and then come out on the other end, but things are jumping out and grabbing at you, like they do at all places. And we get about halfway through there, a little more than halfway through there, and I hear this real loud, shrill shrieking and screaming and things touching me. And I started laughing, and I was just laughing hysterically because it was so much fun. And then, so we go around the corner, and, our little car comes up and comes out to the light. And I look like this, and I'm the only one sitting there. And Dwayne was in the floorboard, right down here in the floorboard, huddled like that. And he had been the one letting out that shrill shriek. He was so scared. And before we went to that haunted house, I thought to myself, I hope he don't ask me out anymore, because he's not really my type. I said, well, I wonder what I'd do if he asked me out again. But that made my mind up right there. If he asked me out again, the answer would be no. He didn't ask me out again either because I wasn't his type either, or he was too embarrassed. He was probably pretty embarrassed. But I used to take my kids to haunted houses and stuff, when they was young. It's a lot of fun. I don't even know that they have any out here in Greensboro. I'm not sure if they do or not. If they do, I don't hear tell about it, I don't think. I guess it's getting to be like any place else. It'd be just dangerous to have one. You don't know if somebody's going to do you in when you go into a haunted house. You don't know these days. You just don't know. But, yeah, those are my two experiences with the haunted house. And then I was talking this morning, me and Joey was talking this morning about October, and of course that's the month of my birthday, and we got to talk about weird gifts and strange gifts and such, and the strangest gift. What was your strangest gift? My strangest gift that I got for my birthday was from my ex-husband, and he bought me a rake for my birthday. Wow, that's love. I think it was. He never even tried to use it. Yard got raked. I had to do it. And one time when I raked the yard, because we had trees all the way around us, and there was a lot of snakes up there. that would come out. But so I was raking the yard one day, a great big yard, and I'm raking the yard right along, and the kids was little at the time, and so I pick up the rake, you know, to shake the excess leaves and stuff off of it. And I saw something shiny and dangling, and I thought, you know, like one of these. I thought it was, well, it wasn't just like this, but I thought it was one of my daughter's bracelets that she had out in the yard. And so, you know, I reel the rake in like this, and I'm going to reach up here, you know, and pull it off, because it wasn't coming off when I shook it. Reach up here and pull it off. And I did like that, and I reached up there like that to get it, and I saw scales and blood. Oh, hell no. I done had a half a snake on the end of that rake I was getting ready to pull off. So I shook it like that, and the snake flew off of it, and then it scared me that I even had a snake on there in the first place. So I threw the rake that way, and I ran that way, and I don't think I ever used that rake again. My ex-husband didn't use it either. No, whatever happened to that rake. But anyway, that, I guess, was one of my most memorable gifts. My most memorable booby prize. But anyway, that's really all I got to talk about now. I'm going to go and do a little bit of decorating for Halloween. Day after tomorrow's Halloween. And so, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.